It's in my roots to work as hard as I do. Been on the money train looking for more better blues. Them school days, no class act, I was breaking all the rules. Life's a boomerang and I had nothing to lose. Another boy in the hood is how it come across. I feel like Dr. Doolittle, but the money talks. They yelling he got game, I'm not the wonder ball. This just some fresh soul food for every one of y'all. Yeah.
Oh, we back. We back. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Cornbread Movie Review. Thank y'all again for rocking with me. Hey, I'm happy to be back. Happy to see y'all. Hopefully you're happy to see me. I've been rocking, man. Been doing podcasts. Make sure you check out asquarepodcast.com. We be dropping episodes every week, interviews all the time. And for the new year, man, I have to let some of these movies rack up, man. But I'm going to be smacking y'all with some movies for a little minute, man. So hopefully y'all like it. Make sure y'all subscribe, please, and share for me. Please share. Send this video to somebody, all right? So we're going to start the year off. Some of the movies I'm going to be dropping maybe came out a couple weeks ago, maybe yesterday. I don't know. I'm just going to put them out there, so I don't know. But today we are going to discuss a movie. You know what? Let's get into it. Den of Thieves 2, man. Come on. Pantera. Den of Thieves 2 is out now. It's rated R. I don't know if it's still in theaters or not. Check your streaming platforms. But if this is the first time you are here on Cornbread Movie Review, I'm Cornbread 1016, and understand I do each movie review in 5 different categories: acting, cinematography, storytelling. Did I give it a bought? Then is it a must-see? Adds it up, spits out a Cornbread Movie Review number, and I rank it for, what's the year is this? 2025. I'm gonna rank it all the movies together, and then I'm never gonna leave you out with a forgotten movie. All right, so let's get started. So the first category is acting. All right, who is in this movie? You got Gerald Butler. He's still in the first one, from the first one too. So he's the veteran. He's the police officer in this one. He's the muscle, right? Still trying to catch the bad guys and be successful at his job, even though his life really isn't. I really like this character too because he's not the savior, right? He doesn't have everything buttoned up. Actually, he's fallen apart, and he's still on the hunt for a case that nobody else seems to care about, but he's still trying to track it in and show that, no, this is a problem. Well, there's still somebody out there missing. This case is not complete yet. So I really like that dynamic character, that he's, like I said, a bad boy, but in his heart of heart, he's good. Also in this movie, you have O'Shea Jackson. So everybody still, or at least I still love him from, Straight Outta Compton, him playing his dad. But I'm sorry to say this. I don't think he's ready yet to be a lead actor yet. He still needs somebody for the bill for these movies. And it doesn't mean that he isn't a good actor. It's just he's always the Robin and never can be the Batman. And I don't know what it is, because I like him, right? He's funny, charismatic. He can act. First off, I think he's out of shape now, he's only been acting for, or at least on the big screen, for maybe 4 or 5 years, and you just seen a big, it's kind of like seeing Martin Lawrence when he was smaller, more active, theater acting, right, and doing his thing and just being mobile, to now is just more stationary acting. That's kind of O'Shea's kind of getting that category, and it's already there, and he's young too, right? So I don't know if he needs to get back in shape to get some of those, to express more of his acting physically. So that would be my only thing from him. But I don't know. It sucks because I like him, but I still feel like he's not ready. But he's a great Robin, and don't take that as disrespect. So there's some new characters as well, because most of the characters almost died from the first movie. So this movie has a whole new cast, people that I've never seen or heard of or anything like that. So it was good to kind of switch it up a little bit, but you miss some of that staple of selling the movie, and you know who you're going to see some quality acting. This is more kind of like a clean slate, you could say. So it wasn't bad. Very, to me, average acting. Gerald Butler does his thing, O'Shea does his thing, but just the ensemble and the cast, they were very mid as well. And maybe the story doesn't lend for that compared to the first one. Did lend for certain when it's violent, when it's you're chasing somebody, when the suspense, when it's sadness, all those things. This really didn't lend to that movie. So for me, acting's gonna get a 3.5 out of 5, and I think that's just mainly for those main characters. All right, 3.5 out of 5. Next category, cinematography. So this movie is 2 hours and 5 minutes. Budget low, low, $40 million. I don't like that, man. I don't like it. But it seems like they filmed out of the states. So they were in Belgium, they were in France, and then they obviously was here in LA as well. That's where some of the beginning origins were. So when I judge this category in acting, right, it's what are you doing visually and audibly too to enhance this movie or show me something that the average viewer hasn't seen before. And I didn't get that. In this category, it was a lot of, I would say, lack of movement. And that's not just because I just brought up O'Shea's character, right? Of just him not being active in acting. No, it's just a lack of movement in the movie, right? It's all, we were in a place, set up, act, cut. Go to another scene, act, cut. Go to another scene, act. So it doesn't seem like it's a flow or movement of action with things, right? Until you get to like two different pockets of the movies. Obviously, I'm not going to say the whole movies, but it's just two scenes really gave it that depth of movement. But other than that, it was just very set up, act, leave, set up, act, leave, set up, act, leave. So that's not new, right? We've seen that numerous times. Now, when you have a lack of creativity in the flow, in the transitions, I don't even know if maybe they didn't have money for CGI to put in certain things, or car crashes and all those things add up. So the lack of those things start to hurt this category. One scene that I really did enjoy that they kind of went away from is O'Shea's character. He's a driver, right? So one of the scenes is he's driving and there's some action in that. That's great. Great scene. Set up for some nice things, right? That's what I wanted to see more of, because you're not getting the fighting scenes, the shootouts, all those things from the first movie like as you are in the second movie. So it kind of hurt this category, man. So cinematography for me is going to get a 3 out of 5. I'm sorry. Hey, it's Cornbread movie. I got to be fair across the board, man. So next category, storytelling. As I mentioned, you have Gerald Butler's character being a police officer. Both characters transfer over to the second movie, so it's good. It's a continuation where you have, like I said, Gerald Butler's character. He's a cop still trying to solve this case and capture this person, but he's still going to family court. From you see him from the first movie when him and his wife was beating him up because she caught him cheating and all these other things, right? So he's still trying to get custody of his kid. So I really like that plot from the first one. Stick it with him. That's his baggage from the second one. In the second movie, you have O'Shea character where it's kind of like he forgot about the States and LA and what happened because he parlayed that to this new heist. Found new friends, new job that he can do. So, all right, that's you're kind of caught up on what was going on. Even the Federal Reserve isn't looking for their money because, once again, I guess they stole shredded money, air quotes. So nobody's looking for this individual. So the storytelling is more of character development in the second movie, which a lot of movies switch that, right? They'll do a lot of character development in the first movie, and in the second, third, fourth, or fifth, you get the action, or they don't have to readdress something. This movie seemed like it switched, where my take is I don't think they were going to make a second one. So they gave you a little character development, but they hit you with the action-packed scenes, writing, all that. Now in this second movie, they're trying to give you more character development, which some of it is good, but we're not here for that now. We're past that. Come on, bro. It's kind of like, when you hey, y'all. Hey, this is a family show. It's kind of like being with somebody on the first night, right? And then now y'all go back to holding hands on the second night. It's like, hold on. That kind of reversed. Maybe we should have held hands the first night and then went to that, right? So it kind of throws you off as a viewer of why do we care? Yes, we're not gonna not want it, right? But it's like, why do we care when we can get to the other things? So this movie is very slow walking. And then the build up is to the heist. right? We already know it's not a spoiler alert. This is Den of Thieves, right? You get to a heist. Okay, after the heist, now what? It's kind of short lived. So, I, man, I like heist movies. I like bank robbing movies and all these other things, right? You always have me glued, but they're missing something. And I think I'll talk about that something in another category, man. So storytelling for me is going to get a 3.5 out of 5. And that's just because I like this genre of movie. But they had so many ways they could have did better or elevate. You already had the blueprint, right? You already had the blueprint from the first one. You hit a home run, and now y'all just got a strikeout to me on this one. So 3.5 out of 5 on storytelling. All right. Next category, did I get what I bought? So this movie is rated R. It's an action crime thriller. Standard ticket was about $15. It was on the big screen, but it was kind of short lived. It's not a mega movie that you would think they'll put in a 3D or IMAX type of movie for everywhere. So I came to see the two main characters sell the bill, right? And you do get them. I think the movie does a great job of splitting up the time where it's not just around one character and then this one's just sprinkled in, right? Or vice versa. So you get a good, because they're not together most of the movie. You get a good seasoning of each character and spending time with them. So I enjoyed that. I would say I missed some of the old characters though. You know what I mean? Because if the first one was a successful heist, even though some people died, right? Some of the characters didn't. So it'll be good to sprinkle in some of those characters in this. I was expecting they would have some of that camaraderie from O'Shea's character. Nope, you didn't get that. So I missed that. Some of the things that I do enjoy from these movies is they always have good tactics. When they're robbing somebody or certain heists and different things, they always have the IQ. Their IQ is very high in that category. So continue that if you are going to continue these movies. And with the thefts, you know what I'm saying? They got all these gadgets, bro. I don't know how thieves always got these nice little gadgets to do something, to open a safe, to shimmy across a building. I don't know, man. If they use that time for good, they'll stay out of jail, right? They'll stay alive. But I guess money's too slow. But they always got some cool gadgets. I like watching these type of movies and like how they, even though it could be fake, but I just like how they accomplish their goal with certain things that they purchase or make or something to crack a code or things like that. So I really do enjoy that. This movie isn't predictable, but it has the same blueprint from the first one. So if you're looking for a different movie, if you're a moviegoer looking for, this is a sequel, right? But you're looking for a different movie, I would say you're not going to like that. But if you are a purist, right, and you're like, all right, you have this blueprint, don't mess it up. I would say they didn't mess it up, but it was just a little bit slower on this take. And one thing he was missing, bro, and this is what I talked about in other categories, where's the violence? I'm here for the violence. This movie is rated R, right? Am I tripping? This movie's rated R. You really didn't even get a sex scene, did you? I don't know. If you did, a few cuss words, but where's the violence? From the first one, you got sex, violence, cat and mouse, you got shootouts, you got explosions, all this action. This one, I don't know. Y'all tell me, man. So, did I get what I bought? It's going to be a 4 out of 5. All right. Last category. Is it a must see? A few things from this movie to make it a must see. So, you get a few jokes, which I do. Come on, man. I'll always love joking, man. So, that's a good thing. You get some of the main characters from the first one to the second. But honestly, I really enjoyed the first one, and this was a downgrade to me. I didn't like that. You do get some twists and turns, right? Some sabotages and all this backstabbing. You do get those, so it's not, like I said, it's not as predictable as you think. But it's missing the cat and mouse. Where's the cat and mouse, right? Like you have this person doing stuff and then barely get by right when the cops show up and they get away. And they're still finding the clues and hunting for this person, right? You get that. There was none of that from this movie, to me. So it's kind of like I'm watching just people just do crime and it's like, where's the what's the consequences for this, right? And that's why it really hurt me. I really didn't like that. And then you got to be in shape to steal, bro. They doing some crazy stuff. So hey, to y'all out there who's thinking about stealing, make sure y'all in shape. Go to the gym first, man. So, and is there gonna be a Den of Thieves 3? Don't ask me, man. I don't know. And do we even ask for a Den of Thieves 3? I don't know, bro. So is it a must see? I'm gonna say a 3. I was gonna give it a 3.5. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna take away some of my biasness. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. Is it a must see? But right here, I do feel like it's a 3 on a must see, man. I was highly disappointed in this movie. But based on those categories, overall, this movie is going to receive a 3.5 out of 5. All right. Make sure you check out my other movies that I reviewed. Oh, wait, this is my first movie. Oh, snap. Hopefully, y'all check out my other shows too from 2014, 2024, 2023, and I started, I think, in 2022 or 2021. I don't know. I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years now, so hopefully y'all on the journey with me. But this is the part of the movie where I'm gonna forgive y'all a forgotten movie. This is a movie that you forgot about, never heard of, or you definitely need to double back and watch. And today, ladies and gentlemen, that movie is Austin Powers. Yes, International Man of Mystery. This movie came out in 1997, bro. Mike Myers was hitting on all cylinders in this movie. It's a comedy, action. This movie turned one movie into 3, bro, real quick. I love it. Nonstop laughs, quotables. You have basically a spy or from the 60s getting frozen, and then he was unfrozen and needed in the 90s, right? And just the laughs, the attire, the verbiage, how he acts, all that stuff ties from the 90s and very inappropriate, or from the 60s and it's inappropriate in the 90s. But the two eras meshed together, 2 generations, man. So very funny. If you've not seen Austin Powers, first off, shame on you. But definitely watch the first one, and then go see Den of Thieves. Make sure you watch my other movie reviews, and I'll be back next week. All right, holla at your boy. Peace.